like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Take a whip it, intermission, let the birds fly.
Welcome to the Beat 139. I'm Doc.
Beat 139, I'm Don Vito. We have my man Joe Cruz Jr., Yave Tequila in the building. How you doing, Joe? What's good?
Pleasure to be here, fellas.
How's everything, man?
Yeah, it's a Harlem thing. So
Harlem thing.
Harlem thing.
So I had to be on here, of course.
Absolutely. We happy to have you here. One of our dear friends, Ivo Filbert.
Ivo, yeah.
He contacted us and was like, y'all got this great guy named Joe Cruz Jr. He's doing big things, and I think you guys should get him on the show.
Yeah, no, Ivo for a minute, man. Like, I know he's the mayor of Harlem. Everybody calls him the mayor of Harlem.
Yeah, man, he's serious, man.
He knows everybody somewhere in some way.
Yeah.
And we always cross paths, and I told him it's time to have dinner and just talk it out. And he brought you guys up right away. Like, you were the second thing out of his mouth when it came to people I need to meet with.
Wow.
So, like, yeah, he gave me a long list. It was around, I want to say, like 27 people he said I need to meet with, and you guys were second.
Wow, that's big. Number two, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't want to lie, I would have said number one, but it wasn't.
Nah, I like your honesty. 2 is good out of 20, man.
Dude, 27.
You at 27. There you go. That's even better.
You're in the top like 5%.
All right. So we understand you grew up in Harlem, man.
Born and raised in Harlem, in El Barrio, Spanish Harlem.
El Barrio, that's right.
I mean, I played ball on the west side, so I actually used to play basketball all over the city.
Wow.
And on the west side, of course, you got Rucker, you got Dykeman pretty much counts the west side and all these tournaments and everything. So Harlem's home, man. Like,
Nice like that, man? Oh, you was nice like that?
I was nice like that. I could give you 10 minutes where I'll destroy people and then I'm out. Time out.
Time out?
10 amazing minutes and then it's like, all right, time out.
Time out. There's nothing wrong with
30
that.
minutes to come back for another 10 minutes and I'm good.
I know I definitely had some of this tequila. It got me. I shouldn't have drunk it.
Nah, but tequila's the only liquor that's a stimulant. Every other liquor is a depressant.
It is a stimulant. It is.
So when you drink, when everybody grew up drinking yak in Harlem,
Right.
and it's yak and certain whiskeys, that actually brings your energy down.
Yeah, it does.
So when people are like, oh, I'm
Yak
drinking
make
Henny,
me violent, man.
oh yeah,
Tequila, I be on some smooth operated type
dude,
stuff.
tequila's sexy. Tequila's sexy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So let the people know a little bit about you.
Yeah, how
man.
it
Where
started.
you come from, man?
Oh, man.
Just a little history on you before it started.
all right, simple thing. Long story short, I've been in liquor for over 25 years. Started as a kid, like still pretty young in terms of liquor world, but I worked in liquor stores. I own liquor stores. I worked in distributors. I ran distributors. I worked for suppliers that create brands. I had a piece of a supplier. Like I got to build brands, but I got tired of making other people rich. Now you talk about the guy behind the scenes making things happen. If the company's making, 20, 30 million a year and I'm making thousands a year, how does that equate? Like I need to just step over to the other side. So because I've been in the game for so long, most people that create brands come from like the finance world, the different worlds. They come from money and they say, I'm gonna do my own brand, it's gonna be fun. It's fun if you know what you're doing. So I was the other side. Like I didn't have the money I needed when I started. I mean, my office was my apartment for 2 years. Straight say that every meeting I had was on my balcony, hanging out, talking about Yave. I didn't have the money that I needed to start it. I didn't have the backing. But something that I learned a long time ago was you have to jump off the cliff and build the plane on the way down.
Right.
And I did it. I just knew in my heart I was ready. August 26, 2015, I woke up at 7:30 in the morning and just knew I was done. I just was like, I'm ready. I called every company I work with, everybody I consult with, and I was like, I'm out.
Wow.
I tapped out.
So in those 20 plus years, you learned a lot. So when you just woke up, bring us to that day. I like stories. Like you said, that day came, you just woke up, said, you're done. So the night before that.
Well, the night before that, I was working for somebody else. So
No, I know that. But what went through your mind like, yo, I can do this?
I can't really explain to you how. It just, my heart just, when I woke up, I was in Florida. I actually flew down to Florida because on my birthday, August 27th, all my friends come to the city and party. So I flew down to Florida to meet some friends. We drove up to pick friends up, and I just woke up ready. I told the team, and they were like, we're all in. I said, I don't have a plan yet. I have no idea what we're going to do, but I'm out when it comes to helping.
That was God's plan, man.
Yeah, God's plan.
God's plan.
Oh, so you woke up, and how many people you made the phone call to?
It was 3. And 2 of them were my mom and dad who got divorced when I was 10. And they've only agreed on 2 things, and they've been divorced. And I had them on a call, and we spoke about it, and my mom and dad had the same reaction. It was about time. Forget these other guys. Stop building other brands. And I went all in. I did the whole plan on the drive up from Florida. It was like a 23-hour drive. I didn't sleep the whole time. I started doing word clouds, just figuring out what was missing in the game. And I came up with tequila because tequila's a stimulant, of course. It's the most natural. And then I figured because flavors are exploding, I did the first ever all-natural flavor series. So I made mango. I mean, the first two in the plans were coconut and jalapeno. The reason coconut, my mom raised me drinking Coco Rico and all these coconut sodas and waters and coconut and all our food, so I dedicated that to my mom's.
Right.
Jalapeno made sense for spicy margaritas, and my dad used to put spicy things in the food growing up, so that was for my dad. The mango came up because my grandmother died. That was a favorite fruit, so it was an ode to her. Not realizing I made the first ever mango tequila ever created. Oh, wow. So that's what took us.
So this is the first ever right here.
Yeah, it doesn't
first
exist.
Ever, y'all.
Didn't exist before December 2017 when we launched. Like, it's only been 7 months, about 8 months now, pretty much.
So why the name Yave?
Well, Yave means key in Spanish. You see, there's literally a key on every single bottle. It's an actual key. Like, you can see a key.
Right, I see.
Like, it's not a game.
Right.
Yave in Spanish is spelled with 2 L's. L-L-A-V-E.
Right.
If you don't speak Spanish, how the hell are you going to say that?
Right,
You're going to say la lave or lave.
Yeah,
I don't want to spend my whole life explaining to people why this word existed. Like, that's going to be too much energy. So ironically, Spanish people always like, you spelled it wrong. And I'm like, let's all relax, Papi. Let's relax. I got this. I'm going to tell you why. Yave, of course, is spelled phonetically, so Yave. And Yave is like, ya tu ve, ya tu sabe. So like, now you see it. Seeing is believing. I did this from nothing. Like, when I say from nothing, I can't stress how hard it was because I didn't have the money. I couldn't stress how hard, like, I fathomed, being at this level, but I knew it was going to be a long road.
Yeah, because you quit your job. You made 3 phone calls. You quit your job.
Well, jobs. I was consulting for other brands. Like, I had multiple means of income. And when I left, one of the biggest companies in the world, signed an NDA so I can't say their name, brought me and offered me a multi-million-dollar deal. And they thought they had me, and it pissed me off. And when they were like, why are you so upset? I said, because for years I've been building brands. Now I'm rich. Because I'm leaving. So now you guys found money out of nowhere to... And I was, I'm good.
So, okay, so when you said that was 2015.
Yeah, August 26, 2015.
So when you got together with this plan here, so now you got to think, like, it's not going to be an overnight thing. How your income, like, damn, how, do
well,
this.
I saved money, and what people don't know, and we filmed a documentary, I'll get into that right after, but for the year and a half, 2 years I was building this, I worked in a liquor store full time. I went back to my old distributor job, and I worked in bars with friends to kind of get back to the ground level and build it. And I'm a single dad, so I wanted my son to see that hustle. I wanted my son to understand that your dad worked 3 jobs, put his college fund into this and everything it took to make sure that we were successful. Like, the best conversation I had with my son, I remember one day he came out of school, I was like, son, just so you know, I put all the money into Yave, we're going to be eating from the dollar store from now on. It's going to be a while. And he looked at me and he was like, I can eat Hot Pockets and oodles and noodles. And that was my son's immediate reaction. And like, we've always been close, 15. Okay. 15 years old. But we've always been close, but that brought us closer. And when the brand came out, we spoke, and I was going to order some sushi. Like, I'm going to order some sushi. And he looked at me and he was like, you sure, Dad? And I didn't understand why he said that right away. Then I understood. Then I remember that conversation we had, and he wanted to make sure our money was right. And I was like, son, we could afford it now.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, you sure? He was all right. And he gave me like his order. He ordered way too much, but it's been a long time since he ate sushi. So like, we came back. But talking about the documentary, reason I bring it up, being born in Harlem, I mean, you guys know everybody wants to be a rapper or a baller. Right. Everybody's the next Jordan, LeBron. Everybody's going to be the next Jay-Z or Nas. It doesn't happen. It happens to 0.00001% of the world. Exactly. So I want to showcase in this documentary that there are other ways, there are other outlets. Yes, at the same time, when we don't become that rapper or baller, what do? We work for somebody for 25 years. Right. We complain the whole 25 years.
Whole 25 years.
We retire and we complain about the last 25 years for the next 25 years. Right. And I tapped out earlier, I ain't doing that. That's 50 years of my life. Like, I have uncles that still talk about their job they retired from, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, I can't. I'm sorry, man, I can't do this anymore. Like, so that's why we filmed everything to show. Like, I went down to Mexico with my entire team. So black dudes from the Bronx, Spanish kids from Harlem, white boys from Brooklyn. Like, you talking about a diverse team that was all walking through Mexico, filming everything in the slums, in the streets, in Tequila, Mexico, and it was an eye-opening experience. First time I got my passport stamped was going down to Mexico. What part? It's Guadalajara, Jalisco, Tequila. We make our tequila in Tequila, Mexico. It's a real place in the world. Wow. Yeah. It's crazy. I didn't even know that until I put my trademark in, and they were like, hey, you can't put that on there.
So I looked at the documentary and I seen like plants. It was plants, like rows of plants or something like
agave plants.
Agave plants, right?
Agave plants.
Agave plants.
But it rhymes with Yave, so I'm glad you said that.
Right.
It's a reason for it. There's a lot more to the name Yave than just...
I mean, that's like your land, or that's where you grow it at?
We partnered with a distillery down there, family-owned distillery. They saw the vision, and right away they went. They were like, we're going to work with you guys. Right. And ever since then, I mean, we have 6. We have Blanco, Reposado, Añejo. We have Mango, Coconut, Jalapeno. And we partnered up to make all of them. And it worked out. I mean, 5 out of the 6, Mango was the hardest one to make. 5 out of 6 came out perfect. because I was speaking to them, again, I didn't have the money to travel down nonstop, so everything was emails, phone calls, and texts. Like, I know how to make liquor from scratch. If you give me everything in the room, I'm gonna make something dope. But they had a master distiller, that a real Mexican guy who knew how to make everything, so we used to talk all the time. And the mandate from day one, I wanted to be the smoothest tequila. I wanted to be like water. He was like, nope, this has to have that roughness. And I'm like, no, Papi, I'm thinking about the whole world right now. I'm not thinking about Mexico, I'm not thinking about the US, I'm thinking about the whole world transitioning to tequila. Like, this is deep. He didn't want to do it. I convinced him over the phone and emails and calls, because he works for the distillery. He did it. It came out amazing. So I was like, now we're going to do flavors. He was like, nope. And I'm like, damn, we're going to go do this again? Like, had to convince him, sold him. So his question was very simple. He said, why are you making flavors? I was like, easy. I'm making it for women, because men buy what women want. That's the thing. I'm making it for bartenders, because bartenders have fun with liquors. You know, I wanted to get creative. And for chefs, because you can actually cook with the agave plant and with liquor. So I'm giving him the first base. And he was like, he hung up. I'm like, this dude's really starting to annoy me. Haven't even met him yet. Calls me the next morning. He was like, got it. Hung up on me. And I'm like, this dude is like pushing me. Like, what? I have to go to Mexico, spend all money to go? They sent up the samples and it was perfect. And I was like, whoa.
So you went out to Mexico for the samples?
Yeah, so when all this was happening now, I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking for 10 months. Like, I went hardcore. I stopped dating, I stopped drinking. Drinking was the easy part. So like, I went down there. The first drink I took after that hiatus was down in Mexico with my team. I had the first bottle created with the man who made my tequila. So it was like emotional, like, cause dude, I did it. Like, I'm down in Mexico with my entire team. Like, this is crazy. And I asked him, I'm like, why? How'd you make the flavor so good? He pointed to the women. He had women chemists make it. And I was like, genius. I made it for women. So it was acclimated to that palate. So when women taste it, I mean, it's different.
But you know why you win with this flavor tequilas? Because
all natural flavor tequilas.
All natural flavor tequilas, because I like tequila, right? Don Julio, Patron, you know that, you know all the other names, right? Boo. But my point is this though. I ain't saying that to put them out there, but when you get a liquor, people add cranberry, they add orange juice, right? When you already have a flavored tequila, I'm good. The flavor's already in it. Like, Doc like the mango, I like the coconut, and then you got the jalapeno and all that type of stuff. The flavor's in it, so all I need to do is just drink. I don't need to add nothing into it. That's why I like it. You know what I'm saying? I already got the coconut and the tequila, and it's clean, so that's why it wins with me. So that's a power move you did there, bro.
And you guys didn't make the tequila face. You know, most kids think like, oh, I need a lime. That's
that tequila face is serious.
They need the lime. They need the salt. It's a game. But
man said the tequila face. You ain't lying about that.
But that's people drinking. They're always like, I didn't make the face. I'm like, exactly. Tell your friends. Literally, tell your friends.
So you said it's been launched 7 months now. You said November?
December.
December?
We launched. Yeah, we're in over 125 accounts. I mean, Dallas BBQs. We grew up on that. They made the Mango Madness in honor of my grandmother. Like, I used to eat there all the time, and they pushed it. We have a lot of accounts throughout the city. Like, if you went to YaveTequila.com and went on the Find Yave page, you could geotag pretty much where you are. It'll show you everybody near you. So we're in all 5 boroughs. We just got to New Jersey. We're starting to expand slowly. So it's becoming something in 7 months, which is
that's great.
Humbling, man. Like,
all right, so Yave Tequila, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
How did you build a prototype for this bottle?
Well, me and one of my best friends, Brad, he's a tattoo artist. So I knew he was creative in his head. I went to a bottling company just to kind of see what they would charge me. And they said $25,000 retainer. I'm like, retainer like a lawyer? So if we don't figure this out, I gotta give you more money? Nope, I'm good. Hit Brett up, we sat on my sofa for months. We went to liquor stores, we did all the research. And if you look at the bottle, I gave him certain instructions, but the creativity with the key and everything, that was him. Straight up.
So Brett is someone you knew for a long time?
Oh yeah, that's family. That's like my brother, like straight up.
So you knew he's a tattoo artist, so you figured he was the man for the job.
He was self-taught when it came to everything graphically. Like on his arm, he has all the Avengers. He did that on himself to get a tattoo job. Like when he went to get a tattoo job, they were like, "You ever done it on skin?" He was like, "Nah." So he was down West 4th Street, one of the top spots, and they were like, "You need to show us something different." He came over, and he was tattooing for a couple of days. Showed him, got hired on the spot. So the creativity is him, like. But I made it for bartenders. If you notice, you have like the necks you can pour. You can pour either way, and I'm the first. We add the punt, like a wine, like a fancy wine.
That's smart, man.
So you can pour. So bartenders love this bottle.
Mean. That's mean right there.
So when Brett thought of this, right? You had any input on it, or you just let him rock out?
Nah, I'm the type I just talk a lot. So he just kept absorbing everything I was saying. So we went through a few, and people keep hearing from napkin to reality. He drew it on a napkin, the one that I accepted. I was like, that's it. And then we just fine-tuned it, but the overall concept came pretty quickly. Like that was the reason it's a key on every bottle. I want to give people access to our world. Like I want to give people.
So this is manufactured in Mexico?
No, it's actually made in China because China. I try to make it in Mexico, but China's so inexpensive and they work so well.
Right.
We make the bottles in China. We ship them to Mexico. They bottle it and then they bring it up to us in New York.
Okay.
What I like about the color scheme. Like this is the orange. It's the green. You know, the different flavors.
So where can people find your tequila in the city?
All over the city. Just go to YaveTequila.com, go to Find Yave page. Once you click in where you live, it'll show you right near you. And on Instagram, of course, with Yave Tequila, spelled Yave Tequila.
So let me ask you something. So when you brought Brett in, right? And you brought him in as just to do the design for you, or you brought him in to your team?
Nah,
how that work, that conversation?
We always say team family. I bring people in heart first. I can teach you how to sell. I can teach you how to build a brand. I can't teach you to want it more than I do.
Want it, exactly.
I can't teach you to go out there and love this brand more than I love the brand.
Exactly.
Like that's just something that means everything to me, because the worst thing you can say about somebody in the world is they don't get it. So if I say I want to teach you math, you're like, cool, I want to learn. I don't understand it, but I want to learn. If you say I don't think I need math, you don't get it. I'm not going to put the energy into training you how to learn math. The guys that I brought into the team, there's quite a few of us, they want it. Like I want it the most because everything's in it was my vision. Right. But if I'm here, they're right here with me. Like I don't have to worry about anybody on the team.
See, that's what I think is very important, because like that's the thing with me and him going through. Like he wants it, like I want it, and we looking for that same level of commitment from others.
Passion,
like you said,
man.
as a team,
Passion.
people don't understand it's a team. I don't like. I mean, personally, I always, when I see something, if I agree to it, I'm giving it my 10%.
All in.
And I'm all in. If I don't agree with it, I'm not going to rock with it from the beginning. I can't see something that's moving and then put my all into it. So I like what you said about like Brett, and now you all went to Mexico as a team.
Yeah.
And you said they all, if your passion hit, I'll take that. That's good. Like if you there and they right here, that's good.
How many employees do you employ?
Well, I don't like to say employees.
Employees, this team.
I don't say employees. I don't say people work for me. They work with me.
And you know what?
They work with me.
That's the way we do it.
That's the way we do.
Because bosses say, leaders do. I lead by example.
There you go.
I will never ask my teammates to do something I wouldn't do myself. So I'm out there selling.
Right.
I'm out there doing everything you could do when it comes to the brand. I'm not gonna. If I ask you to paint that wall, you know I paint it. At the same time, if I have to paint it, I don't need you anymore. So the team that we have, they understand like what we're doing.
Joe. You're a good man. I like your style, man.
I try my best.
Let's talk about some of your fellas over there. This is part of your team, right?
I mean, we talking about the team. I have two members
Yeah,
here.
it is.
Brett himself, and there's bread like a sandwich.
Team in there, man.
And then you got Steve.
Introduce yourselves, fellas.
Go ahead, bro.
Short story, everybody calls me Bread, like you make a sandwich. Pretty much the art guy that put the whole design together in terms of the bottle, the initial campaign behind everything. And I've been rocking with Joe about, it's going like 13 years.
Wow, okay. Family.
Yeah, that's pure fan.
Absolutely.
What's your name?
Hey, I'm Steve.
What's up, Steve?
What's good? So I was just honestly lucky to meet Joe about 2 years ago. I was trying to find a bottle of scotch for an ex-girlfriend's and like God's plan stuff, like I just gravitated towards
God's plan.
And he was showing me which one. We talked for a little bit. He was doing market research at the liquor store, so by chance I met him, and by chance he was in the market for somebody to help and run marketing and partnerships, and the rest is history.
Oh, wow.
See,
Blessed to work with these guys.
I'm going to ask you guys something, right? I think it's very important. I like that. I talked to Brett earlier about this, and Brett seems so passionate about what's going on with Joe. And it means I'm stuck. I've been drinking this drink because I love it. I love it, Roy.
Yeah, he lightweight, man. Hey, Joe, he's a lightweight.
Love
man.
it though.
But
He's a lightweight, but it's all good.
Smiling.
Yeah, of course.
It got me smiling.
So, right? We live, baby.
I'm saying it to you, like me and him had a conversation.
Of course.
He's 110%. He's with you. I like that because I'm like he made him talk and his passion into this.
And you can't fake that.
So you can't fake that. I see it. I just want to, I respect that for you to come on board with someone and they passion, and they're gonna pay off. You all gonna you know, damn, I'm a little high. So good. But y'all open.
Say we just prospered together. We took the L's together. We was at the Dollar Trees together. So why not be successful together? We've done broke nights. We've done slept on the same couch. Ramen noodling for months. We don't work 20 hours a day, go out, meet people, network, and go do it again. So
look at you now, man.
That was like 2.5 years.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
It was pretty cool because we literally did everything from a screen couch.
Yeah.
His couch been through it.
Chan, we could take a page from Nate. Man.
No, that's why. To be honest, the reason why I'm getting to this and it touching me so much because me and him, like we have a team, but. You know, this is what it is. Me and him is really getting at it. But we need this. Like I see, he said for 2 years, he met you, he see your grind, and he's here. And he's passionate, and he's with you.
Well, you've heard Brett's story. Think about Steve. People don't know it. Steve had a really, really, really good job for a company. Not going to say, again, no marketing for anybody. Mm-hmm. But Steve left his job because he believed in it so much. Mm-hmm. And we speak about it, and part of the reason he left, more than just like believing in the brand, something he says, and I mean, it's just who I am. He said, I treat the head of a company the same as I treat the doorman. I treat everybody the same. I'm a Harlem kid. Most people overlook me. They'll be like, oh, the Spanish guy. Oh, they'll give me a fake 5. They'll be like, oh, cool. And then they find I'm the owner, and they do that U-turn and come back, and I'm like, oh, you're back, huh?
Hey,
you're back. Because I don't walk in, hey, I'm the founder, I'm the owner. You don't hear me say that. I'm like, yeah, I'm part of the team. There's no need for that. The world's gonna find out who I am. Because the craziest story that happened working in a liquor store. A lot of people saw me there, and there was one guy. Definitely not going to say his name. I don't say names. I want to say his name so bad, but I won't. He goes back to the company, and he's telling, my dad works in the company, and he's like, damn, man, I saw Junior in a liquor store. I thought he was doing well. He had a piece of a brand. He built brands all over. He must be struggling. And my pops lost it. Everybody told me to come. My pops calls me. I was like, Pop, I need you to walk this journey with me. That guy just told everybody I'm struggling. So now what happens when I'm on the cover of Forbes and all these magazines the next 3 to 5 years? I don't care what he said in that moment. He just made my urban legend even bigger. I know where I'm gonna be. If you told me right now, damn man, you like you're struggling, I'm like, yeah man, you're right. I couldn't care less about what people think. It's about the family and the friends. I know where I'm going. So if I know I'm gonna be at the top of the world at some point, I'm gonna be able to help people and give back to communities and help everybody that I love and people that I don't even know yet. Why do I care what somebody thinks in that moment? I just don't.
Exactly.
That's the devil, man. That's the devil, man.
100%.
Yeah, I want to ask Steve a question because God's he touched on. Okay, you had a fantastic job. What makes you believe in 100% a guy you just met? 20 minutes, y'all talking. What got you to that point?
Yeah, I mean, so my whole background was in marketing and tech. And if you look at Shark Tank, right, that moment that they have 20 seconds to pitch your brand, 99.5%, 99.9% of companies can't do that. And he pitched it real quick, and it makes sense right away. Tequila is a growing market. He knew he had to be there. He wanted to create something ultra smooth, no burn, low hangover. Why didn't that already exist? First to think of it. Flavor market exploding with vodkas and whiskeys and everything. Whereas in tequila, very, very few. Vision, right? Harlem owned, New York, actual story that someone would care about. Not trying to knock my own race, but like most big brands are just owned by super old white dudes. Like, where is something that's different? I was like, wait. There's like so many reasons that I would buy on. You could have just said this one and I was in. There's like 5 different things. And then on top of that, to meet the team and, like you guys are saying, meet especially Brett, very early days and see like what he's able to contribute and he's on the same wavelength. I mean, you guys know, like, short operation, I'm sure you want to expand. It's not easy to find people that have the same passion.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
And you try, you get interns here and there, people like contribute, but everybody wants the glory. Nobody's doing the hard work. You guys are the heroes. Meanwhile, I see on the side, you're like, hey, get this 1-minute video. All the little details that make the show everything.
Exactly.
And that, like I said, when I spoke to him, it was he loved this. It's like this is passion. And I've just, I commend you. You got built a great team, and for like you said, this man had a job, and not only that, like
a career,
the diversity, a career, and then the diversity, like for him, like you say, he being Caucasian, you're Hispanic. For him to click onto your vision, and be like, this is something like you said, career, and the marketing for him, his expertise, and he like, I want to grow with this. It's not to him to be like, I have to be the CEO. That's your seat. But the thing is, he want to grow with it, and he know is gonna favor him down the line also with him and whoever else you have. So that's why I said, to me, not just a team, this family too. Not just, to me, this really touching to me. This is like one of the things I'm really interested in, this whole dynamic here, because even family. Family, sometimes everybody, you want to do their own thing.
Oh, I have family that will never be part of this company. Yeah. Just being honest. They will never be part. We can hang out, take them to parties, I'll pay for flights. They will never be part of our business. It's literally not personal. It's personal, it's business. I have family members that, when I left my old brand, I made some money, and Brett was actually with me. One of my aunts calls me, and she's like, hey, how's everything? And I didn't recognize the number, and I'm like, who is this? She's like, it's your aunt. Beep.
You know what that is.
And I'm like, oh.
She called for money.
I said, what do you need?
Yeah,
I said, how much money do you need? And she was like, no, it's not about that. I was like, the fact that you didn't say you don't need money, just get to the point. She was like, you know, I need $200. I'm going through something. I was like, I'll give you 20.
Right.
She was like, but how could you? I said, I'm giving you 10% towards your GoFundMe account. I guess that's what you're doing.
Right.
Call everybody. You got 10% close. I said, send my cousin. I hung up on her.
Yeah.
I said, and I was like, never call me again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was there. He was like, who was that? I was like, my aunt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so focused on, I don't care who doesn't believe in this. Right. It's all about the guys who believe in this, the girls, the family members. That's all I care.
That's what I believe in it. So I want to get to Brett, like, your thinking when he was telling you about the design. He brought you in, he came in like, yo, listen, I know my man Brett. He's a beast from back in the days. What was your vision on designing this bottle? This bottle is nice and sexy. They look good on the table. Sexy. We popping bottles at a club, you know.
Yeah, word.
I think most of it was the functionality of it. Like, bartenders really, really hate pouring other tequila bottles because they short a lot of spillage. Their managers yelling at them like you wasting shots and so forth, so you're not able to maximize your profits. So we had to make it easy just for a girl, but then we're like, well, we're making this geared towards women. Let's make it sexy like a woman, nice and curvature. You could grab it from anywhere. You enjoy holding it. So it played off all that. And then the key aspect, you want to show people the hard work is the key. You want this access, you want to have fun, you want to pour up, you want to pop bottles, put that work in.
Let me ask you a question, right? Not to cut you off, right?
Yeah.
So being that we talking about bottles, right?
Yeah.
And this bottle has a lot of detail to it, right?
A lot of detail.
What's the bottle making process, man? I know it's glass and all that stuff, but how do you do this, man?
A lot of it was
you understand?
It's hand drawn.
Right.
I hand drew it. I'm originally a sketch artist my whole life. That's my God-given talent.
I can see all the tattoos and all that shit. Yeah.
So then from there, just played off on, and Joe just feeding me constant information, and like he'll just be like gazing off in space, just talking out loud. I'm in the back just drawing.
So once you design the bottle, then what?
So the drafts go. I show him about 10 drafts. He picks what he likes, and then we kind of like Frankenstein it, put it together. Then from there, I taught myself how to do Photoshop and graphic design. So then we put like a 3D render into it. Then he was like, we're going to the bottling plant. I was like, what? So we went to the bottling plant, and then I actually sat down with their draftsmen, and I said, nah, you got to do it like this and that. And they taught me the AutoCAD system, and we was in the meeting. So everything's literally hands-on.
Man.
It's a lot.
You can't do that by yourself, Joe. You gotta have a team.
But I mean, Brett, a story you want to tell is how you got back to New York City. 'Cause that's like your favorite story. It's like a little story about how Brett really got involved. Because when these guys know when I'm all into something, my mom told me as a kid, I was like 11, and my mom told me she was like either go all in or stay the F out. And I was like, damn, Mom, I'm like 11. What the hell? I didn't even. As time went on, I understood like you have to go all out. You can't kind of do it and maybe see. So when I went all in. Brother, give you the rest of the story because he's the first person I brought in from somewhere else. But
yeah, just all together. Like, so he had this big epiphany moment right before his birthday. So he comes and visits me. This is like April of 2016, and he goes, "I'm like, flight." I said, "All right, cool. I'm coming up anyway." I said, "When I'm coming back," he said, "No, don't worry about it. We talk about it." I've been here for 3 years.
Let me tell you something, right?
One-way flight.
This sounds right.
Wow, this is amazing.
This sounds like not just a documentary. It sounds like a mini series, man. Because the way they keep the stories and stuff, it's like this. I gotta film this shit.
Nah, but that's big. See, I want our listeners to listen to this. This is some deep stuff. This interview, I'm really enjoying the story.
I've been paying rent since I was 17, so I learn how to stretch that dollar.
I like this. We gotta take a break. You guys, y'all ain't in no rush. We could finish this?
Oh no, we taking a Yave Tequila drink break.
Welcome back to the B139. It's Don Vito.
Doc.
Okay, we want to wrap up on the story with my man Joe Cruz Jr. and his team, his super team right here, the Yave Tequila crew. I think the interview went well, it was great, but it's a lot more that we want to cover that we didn't cover though. But when your documentary come out, man, tell people where they can find your documentary.
I mean, documentary's now, we're editing it now, but you go to yavetequila.com or at Yave Tequila on Instagram, and we also have a YouTube page. So you'll see snippets of things that are happening. But, I mean, when you're creating a masterpiece, it takes time. Just like it took me time to make the brand, the documentary doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to exude the energy that we want people to understand. Like, we want to show people, like, real, like, my guy, Nibbles is in L.A., he lands again in a couple days. When he does it, he lived with me and my son. Like, he lived with us, and he got to document everything. So when I talk about heart, Nibbles, like, the third day in Mexico, he did our first video ever, and dudes were sending it to their parents, and their parents were crying. And talk about want to meet Joe, like they could feel the energy, and that's what we're about. Like I want people to feel us. Like I really want people to understand what we went through, and to be motivated by this story. Like,
yeah, Steve. Real quick with the marketability. What's your approach on to getting this to the level you want? Like, what's going to your mindset, the marketing, like?
Yeah, I mean it's all art, right? So I used to do a lot of advertising for. Holding companies, Diageo, they have all the big brands and stuff, Moet, Hennessy, and all that stuff. And if you ask me that question there, I would say, various millions of dollars. You just pump that money into the market. But we exclusively launched New York, New Jersey, again, part of Joe's vision. And he wants to start home, not forget about home, forget about the people. So everything is about connecting with people in person. Mm-hmm. Rather than pouring money in and doing banner ads, right, like the annoying ones that you don't click on online, we're trying to do it exactly like this. Get authentic partnerships, get the story out there, do tastings in store, go create events, stuff like that. Everything very personal, connection based is big for us right now.
Do you do tastings or you send somebody?
I do everything. No, I do my own tastings. Right. The staff does. When I show up, I sell between 16 and 20 bottles tasting, which is a few cases for us, but it's more. I want people to be able to touch me and talk to me and ask me questions. I don't mind that, man. Like my Instagram personally is the real Joe Cruz Jr. People can reach out to me. We've had people reach out to the website and ask us questions on how to get a liquor license in a liquor store and how to do. I'll respond. Like I understand that I have a talent and I have a gift in this building brands. Right. I happen to be in the liquor world, so I finally got to hone into that. And the real company I own is Cruz Beverage Company. That's what owns Yave Tequila. The reason I created Cruz Beverage because I want to help people create brands over time. I'm going to do way more in liquor. This is literally the first step. We're going to take this to the top, maybe sell it for billions, but I'm not in a rush to sell it. I want to create jobs and like create a legacy and an atmosphere for people like us. Like, as simple as that. And I actually got you guys a gift too. Like, I don't want to forget about that.
Oh, okay, Joe, thanks.
Like, just so you guys know, everybody has these black and gold shirts. Nobody has a different color. Okay. So we created a red and a blue. Okay. You guys choose who wants what. Yeah. No gang stuff here. We just colors. So we're clear.
Yeah, he like red, I like blue, so it's all good.
That's for y'all. Like
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
and in the back, you can show people the slogan. Like, I want people to know. That's on every bottle. That's on every shirt.
That's right. Harlem, baby.
It's on Harlem.
That's right.
Harlem for real. Like
Joe Cruz Jr. Harlem. Yave Tequila. That's what it is.
Definitely, man.
Thank you, man.
Without a doubt, man.
Appreciate you having on your show.
Of course.
The teammates, great dudes right here.
Definitely.
You know?
Great team. I love your team, man.
This was one of the
and that's just 3 people. Because we have about 15 guys strong. So
15? Oh, wow.
That's cool.
So we got a full team with the bench and the 3 guys on the side when you're playing ball. Like the guys in reserves that come in when somebody gets hurt. We got everything.
So you just that way you. It's no iron team, man.
It's no iron team.
Ask LeBron about that. Yeah. So he carried them and he still couldn't get over the hump.
He can't do it, man.
That's why he went to LA.
It's an iron win. That's what Jordan said, right?
Social media.
Exactly. All right, so just let everybody know one more time before you leave where they can find you 100%.
At Yave, Y-A-V-E, tequila.com, at Yave Tequila on Instagram, Yave Tequila on Facebook, Yave Tequila YouTube channel, like it's everything. And again, reach out to us, ask us questions. If you have any question on your mind, if you don't ask, you're a fool. Like, I'm going to answer. I'm being honest. You have access to a guy like me that knows all this stuff. Yes. Other companies won't give it to you. That's another part of the key. Exactly. We're giving you access. On the back of every bottle, so you understand, I wrote this from my heart. I wrote, liquor's supposed to be fun. Somewhere along the line, people forgot this and made it all about money. Welcome to our world of Yave Tequila. Yave Tequila unlocks access to an unapologetically fun lifestyle, which celebrates our vision. Amazing taste, check. Great package, yup. Will Yave make you smile and enjoy life while drinking it? Claro. Thrice voted world's funnest tequila by my mom, pop, and abuela. Love you guys. Enjoy the brand that truly came from my heart, as it was dreamt up in Harlem, made down in Mexico.
Absolutely. Yeah. Y'all heard it here first, folks.
Yave, baby, Yave.
Tequila, baby. Yave Tequila. Go buy it.
Cheers.
Drink up.
Fields of agave, as far as the eye can see, is actually the first time I'm in Mexico. First time I got my passport stamped. After years of building brands for others, this is ours now. That can never be taken away from us.
I was so hard-headed at first. My grandma didn't even believe in me. I kept going though. Who knew I would take it to a whole nother level? Who knew I was racing with the heart of a rebel? Shawty one checking for me, mama one checking for me. I got tears in my eyes.
Dreamt up in Harlem, made down in Mexico. This is for everybody. Welcome to our world of Yave Tequila.